Hello YouTube. Yeah, so I want to talk about this Occupy Wall Street that's been going on for some time, and not only that, but occupy many cities. It's becoming a worldwide phenomenon. Phenomenon, probably the wrong word for it, but hey. So yeah, the planet is being occupied, and I'm all for it. I think it's great, but there is a big but. Um, I think for a real revolution, I don't think it is the answer. I think it will achieve good. I do. I'm on your side. I am one of the 99%. I mean, I think it's great. I'm right behind it, but it will not cause a revolution, and I'll tell you why. Well, this is just what I believe. Who says I'm right? Okay. You see, it's all very well occupying the streets and protesting, but what do you think the 1% are doing during this time? Well, I put it to you that they are sat there thinking, okay, let's just ride this out, let's just let this happen. They'll go home eventually, nothing will change, everything will carry on as normal. They'll still be the 99%, we'll still be the 1%, and they still depend on us. We control them, they're totally dependent. This is just something that's going on, we'll just let it be, and life will go on as usual, business as usual. That's what I reckon. Because, you know, today I was watching the sheeple while I was at work. I was just sat in my car, and I was just watching the world go by around me, and I was in a town centre, and I saw people at the petrol station queuing up in their cars, putting the petrol in, you know, or the diesel. Okay, and obviously that meter on the pump, the pennies are just going fast, and you know, they're running up a big petrol bill. Okay, and then you got people, you look at people's faces, you look at people's body language, they're carrying burdens, they're on a schedule, you know, they're slaves to time, they're going about their business, they're doing their work, they're working for that couple of hours that they've got when they return home in the evening before they go to bed, to get up the next day and do it all over again. You know, they're working to pay for that warm house that they're going home to pay for the dinner that they put on the table. You know, they're working for a living, and you know, but it's unbalanced. I mean, we work far too hard for a living. I work hard. I'm one of you guys. Okay, and you know, we are in a rut as the human race. We are in a rut. We're in the rat race, and we're in a rut. And you know, we are working for the rich, and we're dependent upon energy. You know, we're dependent on the structure, the society structure that is governing our lives. So, you know what, for a revolution, in order for us to live the way that we should be living in a fair and just world, and without there being a 1% elite and a 99%, you know, working class or poor class, you know, what we need to do, okay, rather than occupy Wall Street and occupy various things and making a verbal protest, right, what we need to do is we need to get out. Alright, get out of the rat race, get out of the rut. Okay, So what I'm saying is quite extreme. I'm going to tell you what I'm saying, and it's extreme, and it won't work, and it's an awful shame that it won't work, and I'll tell you why it won't work in a second when I've told you what it is. But what we need to do is get the fuck away from the petrol stations, you know, burn our cars, park them up somewhere and forget about them, walk away. Alright? You know, you need to not turn up to your job. You know, don't turn up to the supermarket. Don't just basically completely change your life. Okay? Everything that you do, stop doing, pretty much. Alright, because everything that you're doing is playing into the hands of the elite. You know, you're just making your bed. You know? We need to basically be self-sufficient, but not just self-sufficient, okay? We don't have to be self-sufficient. We can be dependent, but we should be interdependent. What we need to do is we need to be more involved in our community. There needs to be community interdependence, right? I'm talking about, you got a community and you go to a meeting and you put your heads together and you say, okay, well, you do, you know, why don't I do this really well, why don't I do this for you guys, and okay, you do that, can you do that for me, and we just work together and coexist together and get along with one another and help each other. Okay? And you know, for food, for like tradesmanship, for everything, every part of our lives, right? Every single part of our lives, we can live, we can eat, we can be warm, we can be housed, we can, everything that is part of our daily life, that is necessary for daily life, can be contained, right, within pockets of, you know, within communities, be it 1,000 people, a few thousand people, or a dozen people. Yeah, we need to take our money out the banks. Alright. Eventually we need a non-monetary based society. We're probably thousands of years away from that. I don't believe that we can transit into a non-monetary society tomorrow, but we can work towards it, and a monetary system can work. You know, a monetary system can work and can be fair. You know, but we need to just start again, and we need to come out of the rat race. And you see, if we come out of the rat race and we stop feeding and cooperating with the elites, okay, with the big corporations, and stop all that shit, right? Then they'll lose their hold. They'll have nothing. There'll be nothing. Yeah, it'll be finished. It'll be over. It's done. Okay, so why isn't this going to work? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, we have been dependent upon our governments and upon our structures and systems for a long, long time. Okay, we've been dependent for a long time. So to learn to not be dependent is going to take time. That's number one. Number two, it's like you got the sheeple who are totally oblivious to anything and everything, and just don't, you know, they don't think that there's anything wrong with this world. And so long as there's X Factor on TV and America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, the soaps, the pub, the sport, you know, and those various distractions that the Illuminati put into our lives, you know, they're happy. Alright? So there needs to be a shift of consciousness. There needs to be a mass awakening, alright? A shift of the collective consciousness of humankind. Now that can happen quickly, and it is happening quickly. That is happening really quickly, right? But we're not there yet. But you know what? This is the message I'm trying to put over in this video, okay? Because I'm not implementing this myself in my life, because I'm in the same predicament as all of you guys. I myself have been in the system for a long time and don't know how to break free. Okay? So that's number one. Okay, now I would like to break free, okay, and change this world. I want to change the world. I want to be part of a revolution. I want us to all be part of it and be in it together. You know, we have the power, we can choose. This is our planet. Okay? Okay, so we're too dependent on the system. It's all very well you and I coming to this realization and getting a few good ideas as to how we can live life harmoniously, peacefully, clean, and without greed and ego and all these things, right? All these good things. It's all very well that we're aware of it and that we're developing in understanding of it and growing as humans. Okay, but we've got the masses that the Illuminati have very cleverly dumbed down, okay, and steered psychologically into being the zombified race that they are. Okay, there are people that are light years away from an awakening, so it would seem, but in actual fact things can be changed very quickly, like I said, and I haven't got time to go into all those reasons why I think that, but it is evident that consciousness is shifting very quick for various reasons. Okay, so then what is the message of this video? Yes, change is coming. Yes, there is hope. Yes, there is light at the end of the tunnel, but we can't have it, alright? But what we can have is an awareness, alright, little by little, one by one person at a time, as people begin to wake up, right? Then, you know, each new person that wakes up, we get closer to independence and interdependence. Independence of this wicked world system that is enslaving us and governing us and treating us like shit, and interdependence upon one another to exist, to coexist on this planet in love and harmony, and with enough, with abundance, for, you know, everyone, no starvation, and you know, everything for everyone. Okay, so just be aware, and help others to become aware, and as a globe, as a you know, as a human race, we'll get there, and keep occupying Wall Street by all means. You know, every little helps. See, that in itself, the good that's coming out of that is it's waking people up. You know, people are waking up through the Wall Street protests and every other city. Okay, so there's just a few thoughts. You know, I'm just offloading some of my thoughts. So there you go.